We're talking now. And go.
What's up, subscribers? We don't really have any good excuse. Haven't made many videos lately of the shitless build, but we did drive it the other day. Kind of made a last-ditch effort. We kind of lost momentum when we missed the last track day. You know, life gets in the way, a little busy. So it wasn't ready to go to the track, make any test runs. We did get it out on the street the other day, like hours before it started snowing, and we got over a foot of snow. So this thing is getting put to bed for the winter. We can't really do any more street tuning or anything. It is tuned to the point where it will move. That's about it. We need a lot more tuning. We keep having problems. We've been through 2 cheap 3-bar map sensors that do not appear to be 3-bar sensors. So the problem with that is tuning, it doesn't read anything above atmosphere, so we're not able to use any boost enrichment, and it's just going to go way lead. So that's obviously the problem. There is still a lot of finished work to do, but everything is there. The last thing we did the other day, I welded the wastegates on. I tested those. It appears that there's 12-pound springs in there. So I guess that's a decent starting point to start tuning on. But like I said, that'll have to wait till spring. I'm trying to think of where we left off with the last video, what all's been done.
I think we did oil feeds and oil drains.
And returns, so
that was a while ago.
We just ran these these are 3-inch Weston step bars.
Off my truck.
Off this truck. That we just ran some exhaust coming out the fenders on both sides. To anybody who's thinking about doing this and worried about heat, we ran it pretty hard the other day, and these fenders still weren't even warm to the touch. So, I mean, it's not like I really care about the paint, but
there is like an inch or an 1/8 inch air gap in between both sides. It actually worked out pretty well off eyeball cuts.
Yeah, I really don't see an issue with that. We got rid of all the rubber fuel line. We ran 1/2 inch aluminum fuel line for the return and supply all the way back. We were told after the fact that aluminum is no good for E85. So we'll see how that goes.
So it looks like it'll be a while till we run E85.
Yeah.
Need injectors anyway.
Not worried about it at this time. But we did end up ditching the stock tank.
Their battery switch.
We got a cheap fuel cell. This is how we ran it. We got the supply coming off the bottom, return going in the top, and obviously a vent line. And also ran the battery to the trunk. And if you're going to be running the strip with a battery in the trunk, you have to have a battery cutout. That wasn't too hard. I just ran it through this reverse light. Didn't really want to run it up through here and have wires coming up to the deck lid and everything. So that's something you can do. You got to gut out the back of this light. It's not too bad.
Yes, we will be securing the battery down.
Yep.
Just not a huge concern right now.
But yeah, that works. The only thing that they will check for at the strip too, this needs to actually shut off the car when it is running. So the thing, if you're running like an LS swap with a more modern alternator, you need to run a wire off of your I guess your field circuit off of your alternator back here as well. Because otherwise, if you don't, you can shut this off when it's running. It's not going to shut off the car. It's going to run off the alternator.
Right.
So you need to run that back there as well, which I haven't done yet, but we'll get to it. Also, we did put a ratchet shifter in. We have not built the tranny yet. It does work. It shifted fine when we drove it the other day. Obviously, it's not going to hold up. We got the whole street and strip kit for the tranny. At some point this winter, we will pull that out and build that, and we'll make a separate video on just doing that tranny. Also, I did mount the wideband. I want to show that in here. wideband is right there, easy to read. That's working good.
Works perfect.
Also, the OBD2 port, I mounted right there, nice and easy to plug in your HP tuners and everything. Right there on the bottom of the dash panel.
Oh yeah, solid score off eBay. Best 20 bucks we spent on this car so far.
Problems we encountered the other day when we did drive it. It did get hot. Probably wasn't fully bled of coolant. And I don't have the electric fans hooked up yet, so we were just trying to see what it would do, you know, just with the radiator.
How it is cold here, but I will say that our intake air temp was right at about 60-61 degrees the entire time, even when the thing was jumping in 200 210 range
setup. We're gonna have some pretty good intake air temps.
Yep. And we are talking now.
Okay, there's gonna be a little break there. Ran out of storage on the phone. Anyway, you can see we did get a little color into the headers the other day. Other problems we found, I think thermostat's probably sticking. When we do go to run it again in the spring, we'll change it out, take it out. We'll see what we got to do to keep the thing cool. I think once we get stuff like that sorted out, it'll stay all right. Wires routing this way is absolutely not going to work. About 10 minutes, like 3 of them burnt almost completely in half. We were running like 5 cylinders, and it was still pulling pretty hard. So
until we ran lean.
Yeah, we started to run out of gas too. So we're gonna have to come up with some different plug wires. I'm not opposed to just get some longer wires. I mean, just completely going around these headers. Because I don't know, even if we put sleeves on the wires and wrap the headers, I don't know if it's still gonna be too much heat on them or not. And we're still running stock plugs. We need to put those, the TR7s or whatever they run, those NGKs. Put those in. But
I think they're BR7s.
Oh, and we did end up having to put a brake booster on the car. For some reason, the stock booster was bad and we had like 0 brakes. But when we drove it the other day, the brakes were really good. We did, the ones on the front were already new when we bought the car. We did go through and completely rebuild the rear drum brakes. And everything felt really good. It stopped good. We also still do need to fix the shock mount on that lower control arm. Either weld something up, because she's got a bit of a lean to her. She's a little bouncy. Or we'll just find another control arm to throw on. But yeah, it kind of sucks. Set a foot of snow on the ground. I think we're pretty much done for the fall. We're gonna be putting this thing to bed, kind of tuck it in the corner. We'll be doing some stuff over the winter to make sure it's ready to start tuning in the spring, but it's time to shift gears. Right now we're cleaning. I mean, we had a hell of a mess in here. It's just everything we've been doing with barely enough time, it piles up. But we're gonna be tucking this back into the corner over here next to the old bug and a bunch of other parts that, you know, are useful at some point. But we're going to be shifting gears back to the 52. Super excited to get back on that. Basically, where we're at with that, I need to get the 2-inch spacers to the rear. I'm not going to change that rear end out right now. So 2-inch spacers in the rear, then we can fab mounts for the box and put that on. I just want to finish all the fab work so all the body and everything is on. Then we'll probably pull the motor back out, clean up the frame, paint everything, start putting the motor together. I'm really leaning towards going naturally aspirated with this one because, I mean, we got the shitless with the twins. I'm thinking about just putting a nasty cam in this one and running it naturally aspirated. Plus, it's going to be kind of a fun cruiser. It's got the 4L80 overdrive and everything, so I think it'll be a nice driver.
It'd be perfect for a Metro Cruise truck.
Yep. So that's the plan with that. So that's what we're doing right now, cleaning up. Gonna get this thing tucked over to the side and get the 52 back up front and center, move some of the other projects around. And my son's go-kart project here. I was thinking about taking the 125 off that 3-wheeler and sticking it on there. I gotta find some different sprockets though. It might be kind of cool. Maybe a snowmobile engine, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. If you want to see a video on just building this thing, maybe we'll do something crazy with it. I don't know.
700 trip.
And if anybody knows a good small turbo that I could find cheap to put on this moped, I'm looking.
Leaf blower.
Maybe. I don't know. B-dub smog pump. I don't know. Anything I can run on there. If you know of a cheap turbo I could find on eBay or something to run on that moped, let me know. Matt, you got anything else?
I think you pretty much covered it all. Trying to think.
Again, we really dropped the ball filming on this shit list, but it was just little pieces here and there that we
An hour here, hour there, just
that we were doing.
Yep.
So we really wanted to get it into the strip and more street hits this fall. It just didn't happen. But come spring, this thing's going to be a screamer. We will be right on it. We are not done with this car by any means. She's just going to bed. I think that's about it. We'll close it out. I think if anybody has anything else they want to see, any specific videos on anything that we did or gonna do, like I said, the go-kart bill, if you know of a turbo for the moped, let us know. We can always use ideas. Sometimes we don't make videos just because we don't know what the hell we're doing. Otherwise, we'll be back on the 52 here shortly, and some good vids gonna come out on that. Anyways, like, comment, share, subscribe. We love to hear from you guys. So, check you later.